Hello guys, thanks for tuning back into my channel. This is Life with Sharon, the place where I talk about little tips on the things I wish I had known to turn me into the person I am today. Now, I've been through a lot of ups and downs, a lot of challenges in the workplace, as a student, as a parent, and I've learned so many things along the way. And I think I've got some stuff to share. If I can help one person or two people, then I've done my jobs. If you like the sound of that, then please click the subscribe button and continue to watch the video. Thank you for watching. Now, my video today will appeal to two groups of people. One, to students or university students in particular who are looking to move from being a student and to move into towards the workplace. Now, I think that's a huge jump in terms of it's quite overwhelming. How do you know what to do? What do you do? Where do you go? What's the first thing you do? And I know these are feelings I had when I finished my degree, and I thought, I have no idea where to go now. Now, if I knew the things I knew today, I think I would have made different decisions to the decisions I made then. But the decisions I made were still good enough, but I could have done better. Number two, the group of people that this might help will be people who are in the process of looking for a new challenge, a job. Now, there is competition out there. We can't hide away from that. I've met a number of people who have asked me, what do we do to make ourselves stand in front of the competition? And I think I have a few tips towards what you would do to make yourself stand out on top and above the rest. Okay, guys, so what we know is there is a lot of competition for the jobs that are available. There is increasingly more and more graduates each year. So what you have to do is to try and make yourself be at the top or somewhere towards the top, so that when it comes to those jobs, you are actually recruitable. Now, what I would always say to people is, while you are studying or while you're at university, don't make it purely academic. Try to find something that prepares you for the workplace. So while you're studying, and I know that with foreign students, because I've been a foreign student myself, with foreign students, when you to come to the country, you probably don't have as much disposable income as other, for example, European students or students who are from this country. So for that reason, you have to work to try and raise some extra money. So it's not always as easy to do what I'm about to say. But having said that, if you can spare 2 hours, 3 hours a week, that will go a long way towards preparing you for your work life. So the one thing I would say is to make you recruitable, or to make you more attractive than all the thousands and thousands of other graduates out there, prepare yourself by finding a place to do an attachment at. Now, we call them attachments, or we call them internships, or we call them just going and working for those employers out there. It's difficult to get in, but what I would do is I would spare 2 or 3 hours, call someone, a company, find a company that you would really love to work for, or even a smaller company, go onto Google, find these companies, find a company that you would like to work for, or for a company that offers the skills or the training for what you want to do. Pick up the phone, speak to someone and say, I would love to come to your business, work for 2 or for 3 hours just to try and get some experience. You don't have to pay me. I just want to sit with a number of your staff and just learn a few skills. Now, if you can do that, this will go a long way to you being recruitable in the future. So what I would say is, while you're midway through your degree, or maybe towards the end of your degree, start to think about who you might want to be employed by. Try to think about how you can get those skills that are needed. Education is brilliant. A degree is brilliant. A master's is fantastic. But what employers want is experience. What employers want is the attitude, an attitude of wanting to learn. Put yourself out there, because this stands out. This will put you up above the rest. So what I would definitely do would be to spare 2 or 3 hours if you're those students that actually have to work, because I know that, if you're a foreign student, you're only allowed to work for 20 hours. So if you need to raise the money, if you need the money, the extra cash, you do need to work. But if you can spare 2 hours where you're actually going to go in and attach yourself to a company for free, just to learn a few skills, I think this will go a long way. So when it comes towards applying for jobs, jobs, you know, if you put on your CV that you have some form of experience, this goes a long way. This shows the recruiter that you're somebody who, one, is passionate, two, you're putting yourself out there, and that's what recruiters want to see. Finally, guys, what I would always say is don't let the job description put you off from applying for a role. I think we've heard this so many times. Don't let the job title or the job description put you off. Don't let the thought of other people being so much better than you stop you from applying for a role, because you will surprise yourself what you can actually do. I think for most things, it comes down to passion. I think I've heard the saying where they say, you know, you can teach skills on a job, but you can't teach attitude. And that's absolutely true for most recruiters. When people are looking to get people into their organization, they're looking more at, is this person a person who can work with others? Is this a person that can grow other people? You know, it's a lot about attitude. Skills, yes, you can learn skills, but it's a lot about attitude. So don't let a job and the skill profile and the role profile put you off. If you want a job really badly, I mean, okay, I'm not talking about, you know, someone like myself with financial accreditations going to apply to be a doctor or somebody in medicine, because that doesn't make sense. But what I'm saying is, if I find a role in my field, which I think is too senior compared to where I stand, don't let that put you off. If you think you can do the job, don't let the profile, the description put you off. It really comes down to your attitude, to your passion, to the kind of person you are, what you can add in terms of to the organization for growing other people, sharing with other people. Are you a person who can learn quickly? Are you a person who's really got a thirst and a hunger for the job? And if you do, then go for it. Don't let it stop you. Speak to the right people. You have to get yourself in front of the right people. You have to say the right things. You have to think the right things. You have to have a positive mental attitude, and I think we've all heard about that before. Now, I've got so many things to say, guys, but I don't want to make this video too long. I just want to say, you know, if you really want something, go for it. But when it comes to transitioning from being a student into the workplace, you have to be smart about it. You have to think about the things that will make you stand out, and you have to think about the things that will make you a little bit more attractive than everybody else. So, you know, if you like the sound of what I've said, guys, please click the like button. Thank you very much for watching. You know, in my other videos, I will continue to talk about interview tips. I'll continue to talk about what you can do to improve your chances in the workplace when you go for a job. And I will tell you a little bit more about myself, what I do, and how I've become who I am and where I am. I'll also talk about a little bit of fun things. You know, I've got 2 beautiful children who keep me going, who keep me happy. I've got a lovely husband. I'll show you a little bit of a look into my life, into my family, and, you know, just to keep things a little bit lighthearted. I want to share with you in terms of learning, but I want to share with you in terms of the things that keep me going as well, because I've got a very, very fulfilling, happy life, you know. So like I said, please do click the subscribe button and watch my next videos. I look forward to seeing you again, guys. God bless. Thanks for supporting me.